There's something happening in the world of outdoor design that isn't in the magazines yet. It's in the projects designers are finishing right now, in the materials manufacturers can't keep up producing, and in the numbers of a market that in 2024 hit $893 million in structures alone and is on track for $1.2 billion by 2030. What's happening in American patios right now is one of the most interesting shifts I've seen in years. This isn't an Instagram trend that lasts 6 months. It's a structural change in how people want to live their home outward. Today I'm going to show you exactly what's blowing up, why it's happening now, and what it means for your own outdoor space. Some of these trends you can implement this weekend. Others take more investment, but have documented returns that justify every penny. Stick around till the end because the last one is the one that surprises me the most, and the one I think is going to define how American patios look over the next 5 years. If this kind of breakdown is what you need, subscribe. Let's get to number 10. Large format porcelain pavers. The materials going on the ground are changing faster every day. There's one specific material that's growing at a speed manufacturers didn't anticipate. The global landscape paving market is worth $13.2 billion in 2024 and is headed to nearly $23 billion by 2033. And within that market, large format porcelain is the fastest growing segment. The reason is technical before it's aesthetic. Porcelain absorbs less than 0.5% water compared to 1 to 6% for natural stone. It withstands over 38,000 pounds per square inch. It never needs sealing. 24 by 48 inch tiles create fewer joints and a much cleaner visual read than traditional pavers. MSI has collections in warm tones like Tierra Ivory, among the most requested for 2025. The installed cost runs between $12 and $30 per square foot, with a lifespan of decades with zero maintenance. Hardscape integrated lighting. There's something happening in mid-range and high-end patio projects that 5 years ago you only saw in luxury builds. LED fixtures integrated directly into steps, retaining walls, and pavers. Invisible during the day. Transformative at night. The outdoor LED lighting market is at $4.21 billion in 2025. The residential segment is growing at 10.1% annually. A 0.9 watt LED integrated under the lip of a step costs $250 a year in electricity. The 2023 NAR and National Association of Landscape Professionals report gave landscape lighting the highest joy score of all outdoor projects, 10 out of 10. And 41% of buyers consider it essential or desirable. It's not decoration, it's infrastructure for the space. That integrated lighting works especially well with the next trend, because together they create what designers are calling the outdoor room effect. Defined intimate zones within the patio. 54% of homeowners who made outdoor improvements in 2024 completed an average of 2 separate projects, according to Howe's 2025. Not 1, 2. They're creating separate zones within the same space. Tara Pierges-Baker, a landscape designer in Nashville, described it perfectly. The trend that's going to blow up in 2026 is small, intimate spaces. Think words like nook, retreat. People want spaces that feel like destinations. Kevin Lenhart from Yardson confirmed it. Patios with a strong sense of enclosure tend to feel cozier and more removed from the rest of the landscape. In practical terms, changes in elevation, plant beds acting as dividers, pergolas defining a specific zone, changes in ground material that visually signal the transition from one zone to another. You don't need a huge patio, you need intention in the design. Mixed material furniture. The outdoor furniture market is at $6.5 billion and headed to $8.4 billion by 2030, and matching sets made from a single material are being replaced by combinations of teak with aluminum, woven rope with steel frames, concrete with wood.
Nate Fox from Foxterra Design said it straight up. The all-matching approach can feel sterile. Mixed materials create the character and visual interest that catalog sets can't replicate. The wood segment in outdoor furniture is worth $6 billion. Plastic is only $2.4 billion, and it's the slowest growing. The market is voting loud and clear. And there's a structure that's at the center of almost every mid-range and high-end patio project being done right now. Bioclimatic pergolas with adjustable louvers. The global bioclimatic pergola market was at $511 million in 2024 and is headed to $971 million by 2033. North America makes up 44.2% of that market. Sales of smart pergolas with weather sensors are growing at 12% annually. A standard pergola gives you 30% shade and 0 rain protection. A bioclimatic one gives you anywhere from 0 to 100% depending on what you need and is completely waterproof with the louvers closed. The temperature difference can be up to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Structure runs between $150 and $200 per square foot installed. A Zenko between $80 and $120. The average installation cost, according to Angie 2026, is $13,700. The documented return on investment is between 50 and 80%. Fire tables replacing fire pits. The North American fire pit market is worth $1.24 billion in 2025 and is headed to $2.23 billion by 2035. Fire tables hold 25% of that market and are the fastest growing segment. Forshaw explained it with a line that sums it all up. The ledge on a fire table is 6 to 12 inches wide, enough for plates and drinks. The ledge on a traditional fire pit is 2 to 5 inches. A fire table is functional furniture even when the fire isn't lit. Regulations are accelerating this shift. In California, gas fire tables are frequently exempt from no-burn days. Many HOAs ban wood-burning fire pits but allow gas ones. Earth tones replacing gray in everything. Moving on to something that's happening across all outdoor materials at the same time. TechoBlock said it straight up on their 2026 Trends blog. After a long period dominated by cool grays, designers are choosing warm neutrals. And Trex launched 3 new colors in 2025, malted barley, whiskey barrel, and golden hour. None of them gray. The stat that blows my mind the most comes from House. Searches for warm color schemes jumped 250% in the last year. Not 20, not 50, 250. That's not an emerging trend. That's a market that already made the call and is looking for how to execute it. In practical terms for your patio, terracotta, sandy beige, warm brown, olive green, rust. In pavers, cushions, pergola structure, and planters. A cohesive warm palette across the entire space is what makes a patio look designed instead of assembled. Outdoor curtains for privacy and temperature. Homes and Gardens published an article in 2026 titled, "No, Curtains Aren't Just for Indoors." And K. Gorge said it even more directly, outdoor curtains are the most effective upgrade for your patio. They instantly transform a stark space into a cozy outdoor room. The material dominating this category is Sunbrella's solution-dyed acrylic. The pigment is built into the fiber during manufacturing, not applied to the surface. The sun can't fade it because there's no surface to fade. 5-year warranty, real-world lifespan of 5 to 7 years in full sun. The sweet spot for quality and price is between $25 and $60 per panel.
Green roofs on outdoor structures. The global green roof market was at $2.62 billion in 2024 and is headed to $6.74 billion by 2030. The residential segment is growing at 16.3% annually. And what's driving this, in residential outdoor spaces, is the shift from commercial buildings to sheds, pergolas, and home extensions. Sedums can grow in just 1 inch of soil and weigh as little as 8 pounds per square foot. The documented benefits, temperature reduction of 4 to 6 degrees Celsius, stormwater runoff reduction between 60 and 100% according to the EPA. Installation cost runs between $10 and $25 per square foot for extensive systems. Smart outdoor lighting with full phone control. Outdoor is the fastest growing segment within the smart lighting market at a 20.6% annual growth rate. By 2025, there are over 180 Matter certified models available globally, and 68% of homeowners already have phone controllable outdoor devices, according to Howe's Outdoor Trends 2024. What makes this so relevant right now is the Matter standard. Before Matter, 67% of consumers experienced compatibility issues between brands. Matter fixes that. Philips Hue, Govee, and LifeX are already compatible. Govee launched in March 2026 their outdoor chromatic string lights, with per bulb individual color customization. And the most included outdoor technology element in new projects is lighting at 69%. It's not the future, it's what's happening right now. 10 trends, all with real market data behind them, all with manufacturer names, price ranges, and documented returns. What ties all of this together is something worth naming. The American patio is moving from being a transitional space to becoming a real room. Temperature controlled with the Bioclimatic pergola, programmed lighting with the smart system, privacy with curtains and plants, defined zones for every activity. 65% of new homes built in 2024 included at least one outdoor structure, compared to 48% in 2019. The market already made the call. Tell me in the comments which of these 10 trends you already have in your patio, and which one you're most interested in implementing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.